Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are. I just want to say tonight I'm going to be uploading a video because of all the good feedback that I'm getting about the meditations. This is going to be a candle meditation, candle gazing to be more specific. I'll explain the benefits of it, and I'm actually going to be doing it on video just to show you guys and let you guys get a feel for exactly how to do it and decide whether or not that's something that you want to get into. But I want to get into more so the topic of this video and what the content is going to be within this video. So it's going to be about my experience with Van Van oil, black cat candle, red candle, and cinnamon essential oil. And that's as basic as it gets. It's just a basic candle spell because it goes with the theme of my candle gazing. So that's why I'm uploading this video. One day I was looking through one of my spell books that I have, and I decided that I was going to try out a candle spell, a physical spell, instead of doing energetic spells and visualizations of and that of the sort. I found one that I really liked, which is the Black Cat Mojo. I wrote it down, wrote down the ingredients. I go down to my local spiritual store. It's called Brass Unicorn. Go into Brass Unicorn. I find the Van Van oil in the little vial that, my brothers and I used to put on our skin. We used to wear the cologne when we'd go to school. It was really nice. That was like the best kinds of colognes. My uncle used to sell those vials for $5. So we used to get a ton of those. And I loved it. I was like, okay, I have a very good feeling about this because it brought me back to my childhood of wearing all those colognes in the vials. So I asked the lady, is this the real deal? And how many cells did she have on it? Whatever. She tells me, she says she got a lot of good feedback. So I get that. Then I go and I ask her about Black Cat Mojo. And she said, oh, okay, yeah, you want to work with Black Cat, so you're working with luck. I'm like, that's exactly what's going on right now. And she's like, yeah, well, I can definitely tell you that Black Cat is one of the best candles that you can get. So I got the Black Cat candle. I get the Van Van. I put it in the bag and I'm going home. I go home and I'm thinking, is this really going to work for this situation that I'm in right now? For this predicament? Because I needed something. I needed some kind of miracle. Because I was coming to and from, the United States to Canada to try and come here because, well, this is where my new life is. This is where my lady is. And I love her. So I didn't want to have her come to me because I don't want her going through the whole process of coming to the United States. The United States just does not have energy for someone who is like that. And that's just what it is. So I was willing to go through this because that's just me and I like the journey anyway. But this would be my third time trying to come back. So this was fairly difficult because the first two times did not go too well. So this was, a last resort. I do exactly what it says. I write out my intentions onto it. I carve it with a pen, carve them out. I dress it with Van Van from the middle to the top, go down, dressed it to the nines. I blessed it, meditated on it. I lit it up at night, and I meditated on this candle for 3 nights. Every time I was going to go to sleep, it blew out, that's beautiful because shit, why would I want to have a candle lit while I'm sleeping? It would blow out as soon as I was going to sleep, which is cool. So then I ended up on the third night, I watched the candle burn all the way out until the bottom of the wax and the wick was gone. Got rid of everything, got rid of all of it. I just felt different. I felt different as I looked at the wax. It felt different. It felt like there was something that was happening. And if there's any of you who have worked with like magic spells before, or who have worked with powerful spells that are for long term or for travel, you know what I'm talking about. It was just like there was a presence with me that was making itself very well known. We'll just say that. After I, got rid of everything, moved all of it out of the way, I realized that there were some goals that I put on there that kind of were unrealistic. Majority of those goals were met. I'll tell you that right now. One of them wasn't. And I took it as that goal that I put on there that was not met, that wasn't for me, because it wasn't something that was working out for me in the first place anyway. And it wasn't anything that I had much experience with. So I left it at that. When I tell you that this changed my whole perspective of magic for the long haul, it really did. First off, we ended up scoring a specific kind of ticket that there's no way that you can always find one of these. It just so happened that that ticket was still available to bring me straight to where I was going. No stops, no layovers, boom, right here. So it gets even more weird. I get on the plane, I fly out here. When I fly out here, I go to the gate, go check in security, speaking to customs, get my passport scanned. I walk through. When I walk through, one of the guys tells me, "Hey, let me look at your stuff." He looks at my passport. He's like, "All right, go through." I walk down the hall. There's another guy who tells me, "Walk straight through there." I'm like, wait. I didn't say anything though. The first guy, the reason why I was tripping is because the first guy told me to wait in the hallway to get checked, because I'm used to getting baggage checked and things like that. When, I'm not going too much into detail, but when you're getting your baggage checked and things of that sort, you wait, you sit down, you wait in this room until they call you. It's a whole long process. No, one guy appears, he's just like, "All right, go down there." It's almost like this guy just came out of nowhere and was meant to see me. And he's like, "Yeah, no, just walk through." I walked through. When I walked through, open. It's just open access. I was able to walk straight through. I walked through. I meet up with my woman. It was amazing. It was just like you have no idea how bad we had been wanting to see each other. How amazing it felt to be able to be with her again. After all of the trouble that we went through, we ended up sticking to it. She stuck by my side, and I made it back. It was amazing. That was one thing that had happened that was really weird. And that was one of my long-term goals that ended up happening. And it happened in a way that I would have never thought. So that was with Van Ven oil and Black Cat oil. One more, with the experience of Van Ven oil, I left my Van Ven oil at home. I told my brother, I left my Van Ven oil at home. Why doesn't he put some on? Because he's looking for jobs. He said, maybe I'll give it a try. I'm not used to using essential oils, because he's kind of skeptical when it comes to this kind of stuff, which is okay. He puts the Van Ven oil on. He said he put it behind his ears, put it on his neck, on his shirt, on the collar of his shirt, meets his boss. The first interview, gets the job. Got the job just like that. Amazing. That's twice with Van Ven. That was 2 times. So it's like, okay, this is not failing. This can't be coincidence at all. It's not coincidence at all. So after that, it got to the point where, it was kind of, I got into a stressful situation financially. I decided that, hey, you know what? I'm going to try another candle meditation. I got one. Got a red candle. Got cinnamon, essential oil. Yeah, I was like, okay, they don't have Van Ven here because I'm in Canada. Come to this store that's out here. I go get the cinnamon. I get a red candle. I light it. I write my intentions on it. I carve it, dress it. Boom. After I dress it, charge it. The works. Boom. Light it up. Gaze into it. Meditate with it. I lay with it all night. Let it burn out. Boom. A month later, I'm telling you, when I say Somebody came out of nowhere with business for me. They came out of nowhere. It did take a little bit of time, but when they came, it was a very odd situation, and it was a complete stranger. I'd never met this person in my life. I didn't know who they were. I didn't expect for them to have the connections that they had. And long story short, they brought me a lot of business. There was a lot of things that started happening for a short period of time until this person and I had a falling out, which is okay. It happens. But I'm just addressing the fact that right after this spell that I did was done, this happened. And there were different clients who came to me. There were interviews that were happening. There was a lot of different things that I kind of was not used to happening so quickly from meeting somebody just right off the bat. So those are my experiences with, these specific candles and essential oils. I highly recommend Van oil. Highly recommend Black Cat oil. Highly recommended. I highly recommend cinnamon essential oil and using red candles with cinnamon. I can't stress it enough. It's absolutely amazing, and those are some spells. Those are some ingredients for specific kind of spells that have changed my life, and that is why I'm so in love with candle meditation now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys have a good one. Till next time.